Hello all, welcome back to this channel and welcome back to the new series of Python Basics to Advanced. Here we learn Python for all who want to learn Python for machine learning, data science or Python developer. So now we start the Python. So before starting the Python, what is programming? So we have know the programming is a way for us to tell the computers what to do. It means computer is very dumb because he can it cannot do any work itself. He follow the instructions which is given by the human or any other programming language. So hence we learn programming and tell computers to what to do next. So now programming is clear. So now we have to choose the Python because number of programming languages are available in this world. So more of the popular languages are Python, Java, JavaScript or C++, Sharp. These are most popular language and you can use according to the business requirement. So Python is a very dynamic, very interpreted, and it is very easy to learn. So for any beginner who want to learn the Python, so it is easy for him. So now let's start it. So what is Python? Python is a dynamically type and general purpose programming language. General purpose means anyone can use in any field of technology, and it is an object oriented programming approach. Means we create in programming we have create some object, class and object we will cover in later in this series, and as a functional programming language. And Python is a interpreted and high level language. High level language means we can code in using the English language, and interpreted means it not using it directly convert line by line and execute it. So it is created by the Guido von Russo in 1989. So it is a business and accounting performance, complex math operations and quantitative we have doing using the Pythons. So now we have do some know about the Python history, which is introduced by the founder and creator Guido von Russo, which is created in 1980s, and its first version is released in 1991. So now origin of the name by the Russo using a circus name. There is a Monty Python flying circus. So it's used the it interesting and he like more the circus. So its name come from the circus. So Python has a two version, Python 2 and Python 3. So now Python 2 is totally not used in the industry, but Python 3 is now more popular than Python 2, and most of the community and the growth of the Python 3 is very fast, and the latest version in now is 3.12, which is used by the industry in latest version. And why we use and why we learn Python? Because Python is a open source free programming language. You not pay any charges for use this language, and its community is very vast and very big, and the growth of this language is increased by due to the AI and data science field. So where we use these language nowadays? So I have told now we use this in web development just like Django, Flask, and data science just like NumPy, Pandas, data analysis, and AI we using scikit-learn, Keras, PyTorch, which is built on the top of Python. These are library, but these are used to with the help of Python. So why we use Python? So I tell you the features, some features of the Python. That is simple and readable syntax. Means you can read like a English syntax or sentences, and simple we have used when we have saw the example. You see how easy the Python. And interpret and dynamic type means we don't define the data types of Python, just like if you learn any language previously, then you define first int, float, string, this type of data type you define, but in Python you don't define. But after some 3.7 or 8 they have defined typing conversion, so you can use. And multi paradigm means we have used Python as object oriented, as a functional, as a procedural. So use these are the types of programming which use in industry. And extensive standard library means we have a rich set of library. Just like if you are using scientific calculations, you use scipy. If you are using machine learning tools, then you can use scikit-learn. If you want to use as a AI developer, you can use scikit-learn, pytorch, keras. And if you want to use as a analyst, you use pandas, numpy. So these are many. And platform independent, it means if you code the python in your own windows system, if I code here, then the function and the program also run in the any another mac os or any linux platform. And open source and community, open source means it is free of cost, anyone can use. Community driven means the community has developing and improving the python more and more. And we have to also discuss the applications web development. We use python, flask, django. For machine learning and data science, we use the numpy, pandas, and tensorflow. And scripting means write some functions and run the function that automatically work according to the function we define. So this is just scripting we have also described more in later video. And scientific computations means you have using simulation modeling or visualization, just like matplotlib, pi. These are the visualization tool. And game development we just use, and some features we have described just like above. And why we use python, python is a data visualization tools we have know very well. And we can also handle the database, just like mongodb, nosql database, nosql database. And nowadays a vector database is also introduced in market for the large language models, we also use there. So now we have start the installation part of the python. So they have various way to install and run the python in your system. So first one is simply you can go the website, official website, python install. So this here is a python official website where you can download the latest version, where you have all the release version are there. And you just the latest version is 3.12, you can download and just install by single click. You if you use platform windows, so simply you can use download as a web install. So there are numbers of release. So there is a stable release means they have used as a developing application. So now simply you click on this link and the python will be downloaded started in your pc. After downloading, you can do, for downloading you just click on the download python 3.5 and the downloading will be started. So you see the downloaded will be started and ask for the where I have store. So I have stored down. If I choose the custom installations, you have see multiple options are there to install one by one, or you can uncheck if you don't want this. For example, if you don't want the documentation part, then you uncheck this part. So now going the next, this is your installation location where your python is installed. And these are some shortcuts. And the main thing here is you just check out the add python to the environment variables. If you don't want to choose, it is okay, but don't, if you use python in your own terminal, so without creating environment variables you cannot use here. So just you click on the python environment and it also automatically create the environment variables for your system. So now install. After installations, we have some resolve. So now it takes time, so I will. So basically in my pc there is a python 3.9 is already installed, so I quit the python 3.12. So it is not a big deal. So this is a command prompt where you use the python, and this is a python cmd you can use here. And the second option is you can choose a replit. It is easy to use if your system is not so much powerful and is low configurations, you can use the online compiler, which is very good because here you can easily to share your code for anyone with anyone. So now this is a replit interface. You can code here, you can console see your output here, and you can follow some documentations if you want to follow. So and how can we set up? So simply we just click, if you want to add more columns here, just click on the three dotted button and you can add panels. Just if I want to add more one, so hit insert there. So you see, so it is very easy to use. And now we have just close this and delete close. So this is our first, and what we have to learn, so I show you. So now, so this is second way you can use program Python, and the third way you can use VS Code code editor just like me, and I will use in later if I code and show the examples. So you just type VS Code and just simple download, just like Python you can download, and it is very useful in coding because they have some more plugins which is very helpful in a coding part. But as a beginner, you just use a Python original or official site, or you can code in any normal editor because you learn now. So that's why, because it is beneficial for you. This is a second first way you download Python. The second way you can use the online replit, and the third one is you can use own code editor in your system. This is the third way. And the last and more useful for the machine learning Python data science who can use, just you can use a anaconda. Not, so this is a official side of anaconda where you can use pre-install thousands of Python packages, and R packages are there. So you not need or not any hesitate ki which library I use to download, how to copy it, and how to use. Just simply you can download the anaconda from the its official website and use just like I use. So just installation part is same as another one. Just simply click on the Windows and it is downloaded in your system. After download, you can just double click on the exe file and it's automatically download and install. Yeah, okay. So now I use anaconda. So now we use anaconda. If you install properly, then when you search in search bar, it's so as a anaconda prompt or anaconda navigator. You can choose both one of them and start the anaconda. And after starting the anaconda, you can just choose the Jupyter notebook and start the coding on Python. So it's so simple. So now we have show you 4 way to install and code in Python. First way is its official IDE for Python, and the second is online IDE which is a replit, and the third is your own Visual Code Studio for writing code, and the fourth one is anaconda where you can run your Python files easily, and it is very advanced because it's used for machine learning data science, and but easy to use. So I hope you learn how to install Python and the basics of Python. So now I am just show you some Python code here. So this is a print statement. You can print and you write print hello world and print 5. That is a very simple and basics programming in Python. So just click on the run, and after clicking on the run, they have so the output in the console, and you can see they print hello world and path 5. So I hope you start the Python, and we have learned continuously in this part, in this journey of Python basics to advanced. So now we will meet again in the next video where we learn the Python basics. Okay, thank you.